let's talk kind of tip number one that you have. I mean, we're kind of talking some stuff that people can implement sort of quick and easy to improve either conversion rate or average order value.
So the first thing I would say, and this is kind of selling my own product, but I mean working on post purchase upsells,
Sure.
the post purchase funnel, because there's still so many stores. I think that this topic specifically should be similar to reviews. It's something that you have on every store. So I think post purchase upsell funnel should be on every store. I don't care what product you use. There are tons of super effective and high quality apps out there or solutions for it, but it's something you definitely must do. If you look around the internet for the big retail stores, even Amazon, AliExpress, eBay, all of these stores, you don't just get to the thank you page like thank you for buying, see you later. It's not like that. It's always they're going to get some more information about you, and they're going to make you some extra offers to try and get other products right then and there. And the most important thing about this step of the funnel, first of all, the customer is already with the credit card in hand, which is great. He's already made the decision to purchase from you. Now all you have to do is just give him some sort of a push to get something else. And like you said it, you want to make sure that the value of clicks is worth the return on investment that you're going to get out of it eventually. And on the thank you page, on the post-purchase step, your cost per acquisition is zero. You get a customer already here. You didn't pay to get him over here. I mean, it should be profitable all the way to the post-purchase phase. And at this step, you kind of have a fresh visitor just in one step away from making another purchase. You can allow yourself to give him kind of better offer over there. And a lot of stores are just not doing that. So it's a shame.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, probably one of the first things we used to implement back in the EGM, explosive growth marketing days, Casey and I's first agency. One of the first things we used to implement with any client that didn't have it already was a post-purchase upsell. Specifically, we're looking for like not to use the name of another product, but a literal one-click upsell, right? Like like one where they don't have to re-put their credit card in. We just say, hey, do you want this as well? And we tap that. They tap that and they add it to their cart, and then they get charged for that. And yeah, I mean, it'll lift the AOV pretty instantly, 15 to 30%, 12 to maybe 12, 10, 12 on the low end. But if you have really relevant post-purchase upsells, it can be a lot. Like I've seen it lift that AOV on an offer that's kind of like a low front end offer, like a real kind of loss leader type of offer, or a tripwire offer, some people might call it, something that's like a really crazy good front end offer that the brand's not making much money on. And then they have a really relevant post-purchase upsell. I've seen it lift that AOV by 100% and actually make it profitable, so that they're acquiring customers for a really low cost, but they're able to break even or make a little bit of profit on acquisition. And yeah, like it's kind of like the main reason that I've seen that happen with those kinds of offers specifically.
And it's beautiful. Many stores, I mean, a lot of store owners, merchants, they're kind of telling me that they're afraid it's too spammy, and they're going to, I don't know, customers are going to be afraid of it. Eventually, if you look, the numbers don't lie. The conversion rates on these offers move somewhere between, 10% to 30% on orders. That's on average. You see the extreme where you have like 80% acceptance rate, but still it's working, it's converting. It's something that definitely people should consider using if they haven't already.
Right. So we're going to get into tip number 2 here. I agree. Post-purchase upsells. I do work with some brands that don't do it. And I think maybe the one reason I would say don't do it is, one, like if you really feel like it's off brand and spammy, and also you don't really have that relevant of a post-purchase upsell, meaning kind of you have one core SKU and they buy as much of that as they want, and they're probably not going to buy more in a post-purchase upsell. I would say,
I'm partially like, it's still a place where you have 100% of your customers. So even if you don't implement post-purchase upsells, find something else to take from the customer. For example, take his birthday, so that in the next year you can revisit this offer, or just message him, get more information about your customer eventually.
Well, so we have one brand that we work with that a really high value thing for them is when people follow them on Instagram. When customers follow them on Instagram, like our data shows that they're just so much more valuable because they're super active on Instagram, and then they have this like close friends group that like people get into, and they get like behind the scenes of the company and stuff like that. And so yeah, I mean, look, if you don't want to do the post purchase upsells, if you just don't think it's going to make much sense for you, or if you test it and it just doesn't lift AOV very much because you don't have anything that relevant, then like maybe a better thing to put there is like, yeah, getting their birthday so that you can send them a birthday promo, or getting something that is just going to like get them deeper down that rabbit hole of like
Yeah.
brand affinity.
Anything anything related to surveys, you can just use it to
Yeah.
segment customers better on Klaviyo or something. That's definitely something you can do.